on tight, for we're going to explore the undiscovered archives of the renowned Irish beauty, Maureen O'Hara, whose bold spirit and fiery red hair blazed during Hollywood's golden age. Although you are familiar with her from beloved shows like Miracle on 34th Street and The Quiet Man, what you are about to witness has never been broadcast to the general public. From her first on-screen appearances to her last curtain calls, these unique pictures tell hidden tales. It's a revelation that redefines her legacy, so make sure to remain to the very end. In the late 1930s, when Maureen was still Kay O'Hara, a teenage girl in Dublin learning to sing, our narrative begins. Her dramatic on-screen persona is hinted at by a single black-and-white photograph from her music teacher's scrapbook, which depicts her in a practice gown, eyes closed, mid-vibrato, with a ferocious face. Following her relocation to London, this early portrait disappeared, and it wasn't until the teacher's estate was catalogued decades later that it was found again. We next moved to 1940, where she was working on Kicking the Moon Around, her debut British movie. Although studio stills have survived, a pair of Polaroids featuring Maureen, smiling with other cast members in a cobblestone alley between takes, was hidden in a box belonging to the National Film Archive. She has her hair pulled back, is holding a sandwich from the craft table, and is dressed simply in a sweater and pants set. It's an unguarded, affectionate look into her friendship off-screen, long before studio-bound. In 1941, Maureen came to Hollywood after signing a deal with RKO. Look closely at a contact sheet found in an estate auction. This outtake depicts an unguarded smile as photographer George Horrell told a joke. Official glamour photographs from her early American headshots are renowned. We see her wit and humility in that moment of genuine joy, which contrasts with the poised glamour she later perfected. Her private album from the 1950s, when The Parent Trap was being made, contained the true treasure trove. Rare Kodachrome pictures show Maureen and co-star Brian Keith strolling through the Napa Valley vineyards, barefoot among the grapevines, laughing and holding a glass to the light while a breeze lifts her scarf. She insisted on preserving private memories for herself, so these pictures were never published in fan magazines. They show her passion for nature and travel, away from the glamour of the studio. After cutting back on her on-screen roles in the 1960s, Maureen focused on her cattle ranch in Arizona, a collection of Polaroids featuring her on horseback, with her renowned red hair hidden beneath a bandana and a wide-brimmed hat in riding boots, was contributed by a ranch hand. Her silhouette against the flaming skies as she rounds up cattle at twilight is evidence that she was just as much of a rancher as a movie star. A collection of behind-the-scenes pictures from her comeback to acting in Big Jake alongside John Wayne was the next dramatic revelation. Although she is shown in costume and production stills, candid on-set photos of Maureen and Wayne sharing a private moment in the trailer, her hand on his arm as they preview a scene, were concealed in a collection of Western memorabilia. The closeness and profound professional respect that characterized Hollywood's legendary collaborations are evident in those frames. The crown gem, at last, is a private studio photograph from her autobiography shoot in the 1990s, in which Maureen sits in a plain chair with silver hair and a face scarred by decades of grief and laughter. She smiles knowingly at the camera, while holding the spine of her memoir. It depicts an icon looking back on a life well lived, a movie queen content with her life's journey. Which rare photograph by Maureen O'Hara most affected you? That contemplative autobiographical photo, the vineyard Polaroids, or her singing portrait as a teenager? I read all of the comments below, so please share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this retrospective, please subscribe for more undiscovered tales of Hollywood's greatest legends. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with other fans of classic movies. To ensure that you don't miss our next in-depth discussion, remember to ring the bell. Thank you for viewing, and keep in mind that the best stars are the ones who are not on camera.